All right, man. I wasn't even gonna go live, but I seen this Floyd Mayweather interview on Fight Hype. Shout out to Ben Thompson once again for doing excellent work, allowing Floyd to talk and tell everything we needed to know about what's going on. Now, he got into like Shakur Stevenson and all of that type of stuff, but I'll get to that a little bit later, right? So he got on the interview with Ben from Fight Hype, and he starts talking about how I mean, count how many times he said "I" in that interview. I mean, Jesus, he said I, girl, I love you," and he said "live" so much in the interview, bro. It was like, geez, Louise, right? So he was saying about how he got started, how him and J.Prince had a partnership, and how they was supposed to, eventually cure fighters, and their partnership was to get artists on the record label together. Then they would get fighters, and then they would go into business together. He said the contract ran out. He went with Al Heyman. He still told the story about why guys signed to top rank. He said as soon as I left Top Rank, I made the most money by cutting out the promoters, and how he beat up on Oscar De La Hoya, and how Al Heyman put De La Hoya and go about the business by starting naming some fighters that he beat off that was with Golden Boy. And then he get to talk about Shakur Stevenson, how at the fight they didn't sell his merch at the fight, and how they was bigging up Valdez and they really wasn't promoting him. And then he gets to like about the part where he gets to the part about Crawford and Spence. Now he said something in the beginning, but if you really, really pay attention to to what he was saying, now he said this around the 940 mark. So if you looking for it, it's about the 940 mark. Now I put the interview in the comment section so you guys can go watch it. But he said this. Shout out to Ben from Fight Hype, Ben Thompson. So he said this about the 940 mark. So give me a minute. So I'm not gonna keep playing it.
And they be like, well, we can just be with Al. Well, you can be with Al, but guess what? Guess what? You need both. If you want to do record-breaking numbers, you need both.
I was about to say, to me, that's saying the same thing.
That's the reason why you look at Tank's career. Tank is with both.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, like I said before, I know what I'm doing. Al know what he's doing, and we got a relationship that can't be broken. We got a bond that can't be broken. We communicate, and when we communicate, it's all about growth.
So you heard what exactly what he said. He said you can sign with Al, you can sign with Al, you can sign with Al, but you need both. So you're using Tank as the prime example. You also talk about how people were stealing Tank's pay-per-view buys or stealing pay-per-views. He said that's what they're doing now, like stealing pay-per-views and stuff of that nature. And he gets on a interview, and he starts off the interview saying about how he texts Terence Crawford every day, how he takes his Errol Spence every day, how he proud of them, and then he gets in with he gets in to go in about Bob Arum, how he left Bob Arum, he made the most money. My whole thing is if you the real the trendsetter of leaving Bob Arum, why do black fighters keep signing over there? You had an opportunity to sign Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson first said he never showed proof of the funds, right? Then Shakur Stevenson, turns around. This is a funny ass video. I don't know. I'm sorry, I ain't never seen this picture. We can laugh together. Hold on. We can laugh together. I have never seen this picture in a day of my life. So then he goes on. Then he goes on to talk about how well, then Shakur said, well, he didn't show proof of funds. Then Shakur just said lately he went to a meeting with Mayweather Promotions, and he says that they had a prop poster, and he was a smaller fighter, and they had another fighter on the poster that was bigger than him, and that's what made him go away. So I don't know which one it is. If he didn't have proof of funds, or was a blend of both. But then he goes around and then he takes shots. I don't know who he's taking shots at, but we do know he taking shots at the fighters who have promotional companies. You know how it will say Man Down Promotions or B&B Promotions as a sub promoter on a major fight card. He says, he basically says that these fighters that got promotional companies, they're not real promoters until they can advance a fighter $3 or $4 million up front. So I don't know who he was talking about. You got Lions Only Promotions, you got Canelo Promotions, you got a lot of different fighters that got promotional companies. But his company was a sub company. It started off that way, but he says you're not a real company until you can advance a fighter $3 or $4 million up front. So he goes, so who is he talking to? Because Errol Spence is not signed with Mayweather Promotions and Al Heyman. Terence Crawford is not signed with Al or Mayweather Promotions. And the word on the street, if Terence Crawford signed to Floyd Mayweather Promotions, the fight will get done right then and there. And Crawford is refusing to sign with Mayweather Promotions. Why is Crawford refusing to sign with Mayweather Promotions if that's true? It's only because of the example Floyd set with Gervonta Tank Davis. Floyd ain't too different from Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd got one job to do, and one job only to do is to keep Gervonta Tank Davis happy. He didn't want to promote Richard Hitchison. Like Richard Hitchison could be blowing up the spot. Good for him. That was the worst thing he ever did, was sign over to Mayweather Promotions. Career went right down the drain. Best thing he ever did. They had one job to do, was keep Tank happy. And they couldn't even keep Gervonta Tank Davis happy. Him and Floyd exchanging words. He said he want to spar for. So what type of example do that set for guys that want to sign? You got to understand, Terence Crawford ain't the only one that ain't want to sign. He tried to sign Andre Ward, didn't work. Tried to sign Mikey Garcia, didn't work. Mikey said he wanted to fight him. Floyd said his body breaking down, it wasn't going to happen. It was somebody else. It was Andre Ward, Mikey Garcia. It was a third fighter. I can't remember who the third fighter was, but it was three of them. It might have been Adrian Broner. I could be wrong. But it was Golovkin. It was Golovkin. Not Golovkin. It was Ward, Mikey, and it was a third fighter that he was trying to sign, and none of the three fighters signed with him. None of them. And like I said before, he go around talking about him and Al Heyman as one. I'm telling y'all, he don't have ownership of those fighters outside of Gervonta Davis. He don't have ownership of those fighters, bro. If you could just do common sense. And I said this before. I don't want to sound repetitive, and I'll get to the comment section when it build up a little bit more. I use your common sense, right? Al Heyman funneled all his fighters through Golden Boy Promotions. I mean, Deontay Wilder, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Adrian Broner. You got to understand, a lot of Al Heyman's fighters that's on the roster now, Amir Khan, which he obviously he left, he part of the lawsuit. Leo Santa Cruz, all these dudes was on Golden Boy Promotions, right? Before Oscar De La Hoya started making the company look bad with some of his shortcomings, which we all have shortcomings, there was a great working relationship, right? So Richard Schaefer, Al Heyman, allegedly, whatever happened, a lot of the premier boxing champions, contracts ran out. A lot of their contracts was ran out. This is when they went to from HBO to Showtime. A lot of their contracts was ran out, and that's why Richard Schaefer had to sit out a certain amount of time before he was able to get back into the boxing game, right? So Oscar De La Hoya came back and sued, won Leo Santa Cruz back. He won like Amir Khan, maybe Lucas Matisse. And he was going to make Leo and Rigondeaux. Shout out to Rigondeaux. I seen his face, man. Hopefully he make a complete 100% recovery. And Leo didn't want to fight Rigondeaux. Al came and bought Leo contract out, brought him back to PBC. So, we could talk about that. He talked about how Canelo was known because he fought on Canelo undercards. That was part of it, but Canelo was popular in Mexico before he fought on Floyd undercards. That's a fact. And what you get out of all of this, if you watch that entire interview, I put it in the chat. What you get out of this whole interview is one of the reasons why Terence Crawford don't want to sign to him. One of the reasons why Gervonta Davis don't want to sign to him, because he wants to take credit for everything. He wants to be like, well, this fight couldn't get made without Mayweather. Or this fight wouldn't have been as big about Mayweather. Or they made the fight. Miles, you ain't got to go. Miles walking out here. He made the fight The fight would have been as big. It would have did $1 million if it was Mayweather. If Mayweather promoted, if they make it. So Floyd Mayweather want to say that it was him that made the biggest. He wants to be the dookie in the toilet. He wants to be the big hookahana. He wants to be the king. He wants to be the big capitalization on top of this fight, bro. He wants to be responsible. But my thing is, if your business was together, he talking about, well, I got businesses. I own a lot of different businesses. I gross $1 billion. Sometimes my oppositions or my haters or people I'm beefing with, they be in a club, they be in a business establishment that I own, and they don't know I own it. At the end of the day, bro, you want to know why that nigga don't want to sign with you? You want to know why, Errol Spence ain't never want to sign with you? Because you want to take credit, bro. You don't know how to promote. Anybody could have took Anthony Joshua. Anybody could have taken Canelo. Anybody can take Errol Spence. Anybody can take Gervonta Tank Davis and do what they were and get them where they at least at right now. It's not hard. Ryan Garcia. It's not that hard. Tank got a built-in fan base. Tank got a community that support him. Errol got a community. It's not that hard. Terence Crawford got a community that support him. But he wants to take full credit, even though they go around here and say, well, Errol Spence did this and Terence did this. This guy won, that guy won, that guy Errol won. Why not? He could beat Mayweather. Terence Crawford won, he could beat Mayweather. I think he would beat you, Mayweather. Well, if it wasn't for me, Floyd Money Mayweather, it wouldn't have been no fight. But think about it, bro. If him and Al is in unison, if him and Al is in sync, if him and Al is on the same foot, if they ain't gonna step and they got this and they got the same shoes on. If that's the case, why don't Al Heyman take his fighters and run them through Mayweather Promotions like he did with Golden Boy Promotions? Ask yourself that for a minute, bro. Why didn't Al Heyman take his fighters and say, well, we're gonna use the home base for Mayweather Promotions? You got to understand, when Lou DiBella was over there before he got exiled, Lou DiBella was actually getting more fight dates than Mayweather Promotions. TGB was getting more fight dates than Mayweather Promotions. Still is. Samson Boxing is getting more fight dates than Mayweather Promotions. So if him and Al is on the same accord, why do at the end of the day, all he got is Gervonta Davis? Why? Why was Manny Pacquiao never forced to sign with Mayweather Promotions to get Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner? Why Adrian Broner never was signed to Mayweather Promotions? I'm telling y'all the word on the street. Well, Leon Muhammad said it. Allegedly, Al Heyman have ownership of all the fighters because when Floyd Mayweather, and I said allegedly, went to jail for the Cotto situation. Oh no. When he went to jail, he had some tax issues. Whenever he had some tax issues, not when allegedly he borrowed the money from Mr. Dr. Seuss, read the Dr. Seuss book 50 Cent. They said when he had some more tax issues, Al Heyman paid his tax issues, and then in exchange for him paying his debt off, he didn't put interest on the money or nothing like that. From what I know, in exchange for paying his debt off, Al Heyman took control of all of the fighters. He owns all the fighters. Mayweather owns none of the fighters. Why do they keep begging Mayweather to come back? Because the money is gone. Every time Mayweather fight, they get the investors to put more money in the company. Mayweather can't keep bailing them out forever because he can't keep fighting. Al Heyman used and dried up all that money and getting sued left and right. Why do you think Tank was forced to fight at the Barclays Center? Why take Tank from the East Coast and start, building them up on the West, and then all of a sudden you take them back East versus a guy from Vegas and Rolando Rolly Romero? The Barclays Center, the people that he made a deal with the Barclays Center saw he wasn't putting no fights on the East Coast, obviously because of the mandate, and they start complaining, and they start, starting to lawyer up, allegedly, for Al Heyman to bring a fight back East. Because most of his fighters probably ain't vaccinated. I don't know, allegedly. So Mayweather has to keep coming back to fight to save the company. Al Heyman is facing multiple lawsuits. They say Al Heyman, Luis Ayres was on the Boxer Voice. He said the one time he met Al Heyman, he bought them all suits. They was at Mayweather gym. Al Heyman made them put like stuff over the windows, he said, so couldn't nobody see in. Put sunglasses. What you hiding from, nigga? He moving like he snitched on somebody, which Al Heyman ain't in that world. Al Heyman ain't in that world. He won. Floyd Mayweather won Charlotte. Him and Al is one. They not one. Because if they were one, Oscar De La Hoya and Al Haymon was closer to being one than Mayweather and Al Haymon. Because Oscar De La Hoya had ownership of the fighters. Come on. He had ownership of the fighters. In the grand scheme of things, Mayweather want to go down in history, even if people say he doing something that he never done in his career. He never faced a prime, undefeated fighter, or as close as they are to their prime as each other. He's never been a part of that. When every time he fought somebody black that I can remember, that's upper echelon. When he fought Chop Chop, he almost got knocked out. Watch the fight on HBO. His daddy called from prison and said, they should never put his son back in there with a southpaw. I forget what southpaw who gave him trouble before then. Then he fought Zab and got dropped. Then he almost got knocked out by old ass Shane Mosley. So it's a reason why Mayweather never done this. Mayweather never done this. Canelo fought more prime fighters than than Floyd Mayweather. You want Lara, whatever you want to say, but Austin, man, come on, man. He fought Austin Trout. He fought Daniel Jacobs. And people want to turn around and say, well, Canelo should fight Jamal Charlo. For what? Mayweather ain't never fought no undefeated nigga like Jamal Charlo. He should fight Jamel. Mayweather ain't never fought no Jamel Charlo. He ain't dare fight no niggas like that. He wouldn't fight Terence Crawford. If he was Errol Spence, he wouldn't fight Terence Crawford. He ran from Manny Pacquiao. We could call a spade right now. He ran from Manny Pacquiao. Anybody, Philip Nundu, Chop Chop, anybody, Tor Gotti, he ain't asked De La Hoya to take no drug test. He wants to be synonymous with this because he never did this. And he know people going to start saying, they're living in the moment and say, well, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford probably whoop Floyd Mayweather. That probably would. Probably beat the hell out of prime welterweight Mayweather. And he want to say, well, without money, man, this wouldn't have been possible. That's what he want to say. Don't go sign over to them, Terence Crawford. You're going to have to take your goddamn Glock and go Glock his head upside his head. I ain't even do no introductions today, man. Don't forget, you can listen to this audio on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public. It's a bunch of them. Still waiting on Apple. Hit the link tree. All the links will take you right there. You can follow my Instagram story, follow Community Tab in the morning, follow me on Twitter. All right? Follow my personal Facebook. It'll be on there in my story too. Don't forget, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You got right to screen record my videos. If you dissing me, I don't really care. Go ahead and do it. More promo. Just rounding where they find the video at. Right? If you want to donate to the channel too, you can click the link or it's Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link descriptions rolling at the bottom of the screen. I was enjoying my day watching Tripping. People of age remember what Tripping is. She's got it everything. She's got it every game. Everybody know that's a class. That's a hood classic right there. Tripping is a hood classic. Lather salute. She's got it. What's his name? Donald Faison. Yeah, he was in it too. Everybody was in it. Conscious. What's his name? Conscious Vine was in it. Anthony. What's my man's name? A big fella from played in Kangaroo Jack. Played in Blackish. What's his name? Anthony. Jesus Christ, man. What's my man? I don't want to butcher my man's name because I like him. Hold on. Somebody gonna say in the comments. Say, y'all know Anthony Anderson. There we go. He was in it. Yeah, man. They be dissing the black movies and shit. That's the art. That's the video link with Floyd interview. I'm sick of hearing Floyd talk. Because that nigga done said, I. Girl, I love you. That nigga was just, I pay somebody to tell me how many times he said I. I'm starting to think Al Haymon took 50% of Floyd Mayweather money. Man, he take Mayweather money, say he reinvested, give it to Mayweather down the line. Remember, he said, I'm through catch check 10 years ago. And he don't get no interest. Like I told you, anytime somebody holds your money, you're supposed to get interest. Johnson salute. Shout out to Joey Chaz. What's going on? Seabull. I don't know. You look like Vegeta, I'm gonna call you. You got Vegeta. Anthony Weir, salute. He said, before I forget, why some interview Booth's father recently is the one where they sitting outside. He said Thurman asked for $10 million. I don't know if it's true. Man, of course it's true. Of course it's true. He asked for $10 million to fight Terence Crawford. Of course it's true. Crawford just did an interview, or I had posted a little bit of audio. Of course it's true. Bozzy don't bullshit. Do Bozzy take you as a man that's gonna BS you, bro? Bozzy, of course it's true. Lazarus, salute. He said, I'm done with Bud and Spence. I'm streaming it for free. Oh, man, at this point, man, you're going to be streaming. You know, I'd rather pay for Clarissa Shields than them at this point. I'm sick of hearing 4. He said, I'm starting to think. Okay, I read that one. Reset. Jay Hardaway. What's going on? What did he say? He said, I bought a coupe just to see if I could fit in it. He said, couldn't fit in it. Nope, gave it to one of my business. Oh boy, hard though. I like his story too. If you never heard a story, go check him out. I think he was on Say Cheese telling it. He said, I believe Errol versus Bud will be all over the world with or without Floyd. Once it's announced, it'll spread everywhere. Of course it will. You think Al Heyman's so happy for PBC for Floyd? Man, he ain't so happy for nothing. He don't, if you being technical, man, I don't even know what he really owned of it because ain't no property there. So I tied up with investors. Has Al Heyman ever did an interview or pop up for? Yeah, he popped up at a fight. You see him? I think he popped up before the Pacquiao fight. One of Floyd Mayweather's fights is in the back. Mayweather needs to fight Spence. Facts. Fight Spence. Stop fighting McGregor and trying to beg Khabib to fight you. DeMarcus Chop Charlie Corley. Yeah, he dropped him. But it was a fight before that. That they said his father called in. Watch that telecast. His father called in and said that they should never match his son with another southpaw. It was before the Chop fight. I can't remember what fight it. I mean, I can't remember what fight it, but Harold Letterman, he's not Harold Letterman, but Larry Merchant, he says it before the in the fight. And like it's like in the first 4 rounds in the fight, he said it. It's early in the fight. Mayweather duck Paul Williams. Yeah, a lot of people duck Paul Williams. I don't blame him on that ass whooping. Kofi, salute. I got to subscribe to Kofi Universe for the latest, greatest hip hop news. I think Reed and Waddle owns 51% of PBC at Joey Chaz. Said Callum Smith, Giant Beefy Smith. I don't know what that comment was. Peace to everyone in chat. Smash the like button. Click on the link tree and sub to all social media platforms and podcasts. Shout out to Kofi Universe. Y'all subscribe to his channel. Crawford needs to walk away from people. Yeah, he do. But a lot of people going to tell you that he's connected to PBC because there ain't no other options. But it's always a way. True hustlers know if you ain't a way, you're going to make a way. Said if it is in October, they'll announce in mid-August because Errol and Bud are not going to keep casual attention too long. They probably, man, if it's in October, bro. Like I said, when a former fighter said, I told y'all, he said it. He said that it ain't. He said it ain't like he said it ain't gonna happen no time soon, and that's what he got from Team Crawford. Darren Van Horn is better than Clay Plant. I ain't never seen him. And his boss, he said Earl Spence and Bud will be on Stephen A. Smith major news, major podcast, everything. Even without, of course it will, but he wants to take credit for the fight. He wants to take credit for this fight because he ain't never did it. I'm trying to tell y'all, he ain't never did nothing like this. I mean, he was never fighting nobody as dangerous as Errol Spence. He was never fighting nobody as dangerous as Terence Crawford and look like Terence Crawford. I could talk about he fought 27 world champions, and I ain't taking nothing from him. Fantastic fighter, but he was one of them fighters that didn't want to be. He did not want to fight black fighters, bro. He didn't. Prime black fighters. He fought Zab coming off a loss. Every time he damn near fought a black fighter from Chop on up, it was trouble. And he wants to take responsibility for this fight. If you listen to that part of the interview I just played early on, he said that you can sign with L, but you need both of us. We won. He basically talking to Terence Crawford, telling Terence Crawford, even could be talking to Errol Spence that you need to sign him. But we know it's a rumor out there that said Floyd want Terence Crawford to sign. And if he signed with Terence Crawford, the fight will be made. But somebody who claims to have ownership and be one and talk to Al Heyman every day, You know, going around say I got 50, 42 houses, I got this, that, and the third. If you got ownership in PBC, I mean, once Terence Crawford fight on the PBC banner, ain't he under your banner? What do you got to sign to Mayweather promotion? Because he don't own none of the PBC for real, bro. He don't own none of the fighters. Only fighter he owns is Gervonta Davis. He don't own nothing. Al Heyman owns the fighters. He wants to take responsibility for this fight because he won't fight no niggas like that. I'm telling you, he won't fight nobody like Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. He wouldn't. He won't fight nobody that look like that. Trying to tell you. He won't find nobody that look like that. And that's what it is. He wants to be responsible for this fight because he know once this fight get going on and people gonna be saying that if people gonna be saying that oh man, they better than Mayweather, man. Mayweather name because Mayweather he killed pay-per-view. He killed pay-per-view with that Pacquiao fight. People telling me, man, I'm going to the gym. People say, I'll never watch that Mayweather. I never watch another pay-per-view fight. People saying that. Come on. This shit crazy, bro. He want to take, come on, you need to sign over here. Well, man, if I'm Terence Crawford, bro, if I got to sign myself solo away, it ain't even worth it, bro. Because Terence Crawford lost his life to the prison system messing with Floyd Mayweather. And as an irrational fan, I can get on here and say, well, whatever you need to do, man, do it. Do it, man. Just to make the fight. But at the end of the day, bro, it ain't no worse feeling than people that look like you to play you. You know, I was listening to DJ Academics. He was apparently Tariq Nasheed and him pulled up, and they got an episode I don't even want to listen to. I mess with Tariq Nasheed though. Y'all know he from Detroit, but you know, he was saying basically he came to America from a Caribbean background or wherever the fuck he from. And he said he does, and him and this girl was on there. He was like, he does. I retweeted a couple days ago. He says, I came here and I was successful, and I don't understand why black people aren't successful. They've been here for so long, and I was successful, and they're always talking about stuff that holds us back and does this, that, and the third. You just look at people like him because he's a spineless rat, scum of the earth, punk. I mean, any adjective that's worse or go along with those, because people always come here and say, well, the Japanese came here and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, they know where they from. They're Japanese. They're from the Caribbean islands. They from Jamaica, wherever the hell they from, the Virgin Islands. You have a sense about where you from. We don't know where we from. Africa. Well, gosh, jolly gee, it's a lot of countries in Africa. I'm from Egypt, Senegal, Ghana, Congo, other republic. Where am I from? No, they have a sense of culture, Caribbean. We have a sense of two cultures, American and African, African and American. And when a lot of us ain't never had no connections from Africa, because every time we work with our African brothers and sisters, they don't even mess with us, bro. They sold us into America. So nobody talks about that. When you say I'm from Caribbean, my family is Nigerian, my family is Japanese, we Jewish, Armenian, what Chaldean, you know where you from. You know where you from. You say I'm American. You know how many different parts of America have different cultures? So when people talk about that, man, like he deserved to get an earful of whatever he got from Tariq Nasheed. Ain't none of this black. I don't trust you niggas when I walk out my damn door. I don't trust you as much as the next white person that walk out my door. I see one of you niggas walk up by my car. I'm locking my doors too. I'm grabbing my pistol too. I ain't lying. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust the next ethnic person. Because y'all do me, y'all, man, you know, what Too Short said. He said, man, what he say, man, another, brother do you dirty in a minute. Whatever he said, that same thing. I don't trust y'all. Shoot first, punch first, ask questions later. I don't trust y'all black people, man. Even people I know, I look at you niggas funny, bro. And just as I look at the next white man, the Chinese man, the Japanese man, because when I look on the news, when that policeman did what he did in Chicago today, that little kid over a bike, ain't nobody tackle that policeman out there. None of them, you know. But I'm wearing the wrong color, red, the wrong bandana in the wrong area. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to shoot me. If I'm, you know, got some Jordans on, y'all want to clap me. I don't trust none of y'all, bro. I'll be honest. He said Tariq Rashida was a pimp in the comment. At the end of the day, all your pastors the same thing too. All the pastors pimp. Most of them is pimps and comments too. So y'all put pastors on pedestals. Some of the people that they have no holidays for slept with white women, supposed to be the epitome of a whatever the hell as a black man. So I ain't really trying to hear that. Y'all always trying to expose, you know, guys like Tariq Nasheed or what's the brother from Philadelphia, Dr. Umar Johnson, but y'all won't go down there and expose your favorite pastor. Come on. I ain't see too many people, you know, I ain't gonna go there, bro. Like I said, I don't blame Terence Crawford for not signing to this dude, bro. I don't blame him for not signing to him, bro, because your own people do you dirty faster than somebody else. At least I expect it coming from the next ethnic group. When P. Diddy did all them black artists ball, man, anybody think Sean Combs, Smile, cool. He ain't gonna, you know, talk about all this black stuff for people, giving money to Howard, giving money to Jackson State, and talk about us, and we should play for us and do this. How many black people he left dirty in the music industry, bro? Come on. You don't want to get darn dirty, but if I'm going to get darn dirty, at least I want to be able to keep my head on a swivel. Oh, shit, I'm with Diddy now. I know Diddy got me. Diddy was just as filthy and grimy as Suge Knight. The difference was Suge Knight, you know, you ever seen the Rock TV show where his dad says time to turn on? Suge Knight never knew when to turn it on and turn it off. Suge Knight was 100% gangster all the way through. If Suge Knight smiled and did a little dance, or he knew how to kind of just, you know, work the room and start talking proper, and I'm Suge Knight, and, you know, I run Death Row Records, or he would have called it something else a little bit more commercial, Suge Knight would still be lasting. Suge Knight will still be lasting. Diddy ain't no angel and no saint. Suge Knight, Diddy just knew when to put a smile on. Come on, Diddy should have been locked up long before Suge was. Long before Suge was. So I don't blame Terence Crawford. We're gonna work with a black company who having money issues. You can't even pay me what I owe. Can I just test it like going to Costco's or Sam's Club? Can I just test it just a little bit? I'll fight Terence Crawford, then I figure I want to do with my career. Now I'm thinking like if he signed over there, I just fucking retire. Because it's the same company, you know, minus Mayweather on this part. It's the same company that, or it's his company, my bad. My sound in the face. It's his company. It is. He said, you know, me and Al, we won. It's Mayweather's company anyway. It was the same company. When I was at Top Rank, I was on the wrong side of the street. Y'all wouldn't acknowledge me as WBO champion. When I showed up to the Wilder Fury 1, y'all showed Golovkin and Jaime Munguia on the board because y'all was trying to sign them. But y'all ain't show Terence Crawford. Right? When I tried to get y'all to split the Sean Porter fight, y'all say y'all didn't want no financial liability in the fight. Y'all don't want to have a financial stake in the fight. Come on. Then he got the nerve to bring up the Bob Arum lawsuit. Where you been at? Why you would come out and say, yeah, man, I agree with Terence Crawford. I told all the fighters, this is an example why you don't sign with Bob Arum. You sign with me. You sign with Al. This is a great time to do that. You come out there and support Terence Crawford lawsuit. You ain't go out there and support. Maybe behind the scenes he did. He said they text every day, him and Errol Spence. Come on. He trying to overshadow this fight because he know this fight is going to be more defining than anything he done, bro. two black undefeated fighters. Errol Spence got a great story. Terence Crawford got a great story. And he know with Pacquiao with this fight bringing to the table, him and Pacquiao, Pacquiao couldn't bring it. You bringing BT and BT together. And I'm just saying that you bringing the blacks and the blacks together. He ain't never experienced what Thomas Hearns or Sugar Ray Leonard experienced. No matter if he had 20,000, 10,000, 20,000 Brits mixed with whites and a couple blacks and Hispanics when he fought Ricky Hatton. He knows that the amount of energy that's going to be in Crawford and Spence fight, he could never duplicate it. Still can't duplicate it. He go fight Mike Tyson and wouldn't have that energy. He know what that. He remember when Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard fought. YBI coming down there. All the street legends came and supported it. You got to understand, I think they fought Caesar's Palace outside. That fight had more street ties than it had boxing ties. Guys like Maserati, Rick, and just know how many Maryland legends that I don't even know about that DMV stuff that Sugar Ray Leonard brought to the fight. You know, they always say black fighters couldn't sell. Hearns and Hagler sell. So you on that level. I'm not talking about they on that elite level. They on that level as far as competition and as far as it's going to deliver in the ring, bro. It's going to deliver how long it lasts. If it's 12 rounds, 24 rounds, 36, 88 rounds, they do 5 fights. It's going to sell every time. Because you know Crawford going to fight. You know Spence going to fight. You know they going to fight. They ain't going to run around the ring and be pity-pat, run. And no, they going to be sticking. They going to be sticking, little movement, couple adjustments. Come on. That's why Floyd Mayweather never got in there with no dog like one of them brothers like there. That's why he never got in there with him, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. He never wanted to get in there with nobody that's black because he knew they can match him in some categories, flat-footed, Hispanic. It was a reason why he never wanted to get in there with Amir Khan. Don't fake him like he the greatest fighter of all time. There are at least 35 greater fighters than him. Don't get in. He undefeated. He fought this many world champions. Of course, it's 50 fucking belts when you was fighting. Keith Thurman was your mandatory. Lyra was your mandatory. You never fought him. Never fought Tim Bradley. So he want to vicariously live through these black fighters so he could take credit and feel like, oh, I fought a Terence Crawford. I fought a Errol Spence. I fought a Hagler. I fought a Hearns. I fought a Leonard. You know what I'm saying? He want to feel like that, bro. And even if he fought Manny Pacquiao in 2009, he never would have got this feeling. It's a different feeling when you put urban and urban together. He'd never get that feeling. Not fight McGregor, Khabib, Dana White, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. Right now, he won't get that feeling. This fight will be huge. And he wants to be a part of it because he knows it. He knows it. I don't blame Terence Crawford for not taking nothing. I'm not one of the people that say, well, Crawford should just take it. That sounds good, but when his interests all toe up and, you know, he in a bad contract, who gonna donate money to Terence Crawford, bro? If Crawford get hurt in this fight or whatever happened leading up to this fight and Crawford can't fight again or whatever happened, who gonna take care of Terence Crawford? They gonna take care of Errol Spence because they have a relationship. They don't have a relationship with Terence Crawford. And not one of you damn fanboys gonna say nothing to his wife, nothing to his mama, nothing to his sister, nothing to his kids. Y'all just talk like most of the people in the black community. Talk, and ain't nothing gonna be sent. Look at Gerald McClendon now. His sister and his family still taking care of him. They just talk. People forget about that. Talk. Pritchard Cologne, look at him. People just talk. Come on. And we passed, and they all, you know, come pay for your funeral and shit of that nature. Man, get out of here, man. Get up out of here, man. He wants in. He wants to be responsible for something he never did in his career, and that's man up and fight another elite black fighter. He wouldn't even fight Timothy fucking Bradley. Well, he on the wrong side of the street. He was screaming that shit back then, bro. He was screaming that jump back then. He was screaming it back then, bro. He was scared of Manny Pacquiao. I don't blame him. Shit, that motherfucker was throwing 100 punches without taking a deep breath. I don't blame him. Shit. I don't blame him. They better do the fight in October The World Cup is November. Football season starts. I don't think nobody over here care about that. But internationally wise, that would be a problem. And to answer your question from the recent video posted, only fighters that I will be confident at beating Aaron Pryor 140 is Henry Armstrong. Well, there you go. I always forget about old Henry. But I don't think 140 existed when Henry was fighting, though. Not when he held lightweight, welterweight, and then he held the middleweight titles. I don't think that existed. But he I get what you're saying. He easily would have. If he made 35, he can make 40. Ricky, what's going on? Shout out to New York City. Crawford Simon Mayweather means Al owns Terence, bait and switch, run, bud, run. And that's what it is, man. Y'all ain't even got the money. Why would I sign with somebody who ain't got the money, bro? Is it raining? I hope it rains. I hope it rains on these kids, man. I'm tired of hearing these fireworks. I'm sorry. They didn't do that to Canelo when he was about to fight Caleb Plant. They didn't. But they knew Canelo. They know the investors were going to put money in Canelo. Whatever money that they was trying to withhold from Canelo, they was going to pocket it. Whatever they paid Canelo was there from the beginning. Whatever Canelo wanted, they was willing to do from the beginning. When Canelo originally agreed to sign a 3-fight deal, that's cool. But he ain't even come on. He got mad at Canelo. You wasn't the reason that Canelo really blew up. Canelo blew up because he was fighting on free TV in Mexico. You did help fight on it and fight on your undercards and all that. And they said he tried to fight him when he was like 20 years old, bro. Real young. He said they'll be trying to rob him if he fights Spence. And that's something that your concern. And that's why Bob Arum would have protected his interests. But then again, you don't know when Bob Arum lying and telling the truth. Mikey's with PBC allowed to get the bag on every platform. Exactly. He ain't allowing no niggas to get the bag. He won't let Charlo go get the bag, get a title. Errol getting the bag, get a title, man. Al Heyman shiesty, bro. I'm telling y'all, man, I don't be trusting none of these dudes. Academics from Jamaica. He said Tyreek is off Schaefer and Joy Road. He said up the street from Greenfield. Yeah, I don't live far from there. What's up, 704 Joe? I don't live far from there at all. Matter of fact, I was just over there Saturday if I went to the hot tubs. Something salute. He said, I'm Biggie the Biggie, the Biggity Black, y'all. He said, I'm not a fan of clergy and pastors neither. I hope you ain't a fan of politicians neither. We keep going and going all day. Come on, look at them on the 700 Club. Come on, let me not start that. Say you crazy, love everybody, bro. I'm Latino, I love all types of women. I never said I didn't love all types of women. Never said that. He said, damn, you want one today and you lock your doors when the white man. Man, everybody come back. Trust none of you niggas out here. None of you people. I don't trust none of y'all. I'm locking my doors. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, blickety black, y'all. He said Floyd is jealous. Shout out to Brian. Is jealous he not involved in a fighter as a fighter in the biggest fight today. And of course, because he jealous they fighting. He jealous because he wasn't macho to do shit like that, bro. He wasn't man enough to get in there and fight prime black fighters, bro. He wasn't. He wasn't macho enough to go through there, man. He didn't want to fight Devin Alexander when he had a belt, but he fought Madonna after Alexander beat him. They didn't want to fight Tim Bradley. They didn't want to fight Paul Williams. We can keep going on and on and on. They didn't want to fight Thurman, his mandatory. They didn't want to fight Lara, his mandatory. When you look at them 20 fucking, champions that he fought, man, niggas, come on. Let's be real. He didn't fight the dudes that we wanted to see when we wanted to see. He ran from Pacquiao, for God's sakes. Sean Combs had Craig Mack living in poverty and didn't even send no flowers to do nothing for his funeral neither. And Craig Mack was the reason, not Biggie, was the reason Bad Boy got on. Craig Mack. They said in New York City that was a real debate. Craig Mack versus Biggie. If it wasn't for Craig Mack, it wouldn't have been no Biggie. You should always lock your car doors in America. Man, I lock them anywhere. America, South America, Latin America, Central America. I don't trust none of y'all. He said religion is the greatest hustle on earth, but half of y'all in this comment is not ready for that conversation. I see it. None of these dudes have a code. They'll do you dirty to them at all. If we relieved in a religion, everybody would have a heart to have a code. No. He's ever heard of Frizzle Gray, big time dope dealer and gangster of Baltimore. You know him as Congressman, I don't know, and former director of NCAA. But man, a lot of the major companies in America started off with cocaine and dope, heroin and stuff of that nature. One of your favorite pops that a lot of people drink started off of dope money. Ain't no money like dope money. Like Come on, but it's a problem we do it, bro. You know, he said I've been did wrong more. I've been did wrong more about black people, and I helped them all. The white people did me wrong. I mean, it depends. Cause you got a lot of people that got white friends that Cat Williams say they'd be there for it. They'd be there fast as hell for you. I didn't see, you know, white coworkers go all out for people baby showers and birthdays more than their family did. You see white companies buy a black coworker, whoever coworker, you know, they walking away buying cars and stuff. You know, you go to a white wedding, they accumulate enough money to put on a great down payment, Italian, Arabic. Oh, they accumulate enough money from a wedding to put down a hell of a down payment on a house, or shit. A lot of times just straight up buy the house. You go through a black wedding, you lucky get $250. That's why you don't see a lot of black marriages in America. No way, no more. What you get married for, bro? We gonna have a wedding and all that type of stuff, man. Pay all the money for the reception, hold somewhere nice, you know, go to do the reception, and you gonna get you lucky if you get $200-$300, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. Shit, I done seen people, co-workers, no matter what color it is, go out more for their event than their own family did, bro. Said G-Man was a beast. Shame how his life-changing injury change was brutal. Yeah, boxing that's the ugly side of it. Al Heyman and Mayweather would have Terence Crawford fighting in Barnes again. That's the two. That's why he said he ain't taking nothing less. He said he ain't going back to that. So my mom pastors dropped a 2022 BMW. A great sign that the churches is good churches they give out. And if they produce out, bro, and they help people in the community, that's a great sign. You know what I'm saying? Give out, you know, dinners. I see a lot of churches around here give out, you know, give stuff for free and all types of stuff. Resourceful church. That's a sign of a good church. Resourceful. A lot of the minor churches do stuff like that. Very resourceful. Very resourceful. What's up, Kobe? I see you. Zach, what's going on? That dude, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And then the timing of the interview. He heard y'all, man. Oh, July 4th, Crawford and Spence gonna be announced. July 4th. He heard y'all. He gave y'all an announcement. If Terence Crawford don't come over here, ain't no fight. They know they want to protect Errol Spence's interest. If the fight don't happen, it ain't my fault. Cool. But the messed up point about this is Terence Crawford, his career stopped right here and it stopped right there now. It stops right here. What's up, Sean? It stops right here, right now. Because Virgil Ortiz don't want to get his title shot. What he gonna do? European tours, all that type of stuff. PBC got the division he in and the division he below. He go down, top rank, got that division. What else he gonna do? But he made enough money to retire. He gonna be in the Hall of Fame. You know, let Terence Crawford go up in weight. I mean, he could always fight Tim Tszyu or somebody. Let Terence Crawford go up in weight. I mean, Errol Spence go up in weight. You know? But if this dude name was Sanchez, Marvin, I don't know, Marquez Sanchez, I don't know. Bro, this fight would have been done. Bro, this is comical. Y'all want to know why, a lot of people don't believe in supporting black businesses. If y'all didn't see my Kyler Murray video, go watch that video. Y'all don't know why people don't want to support black businesses, bro. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. It's long. It's drawn. You wait. And then when they give you the boom, it's going to be an expensive boom. It's going to be, if you wait, it's going to be $1,000 to get up in there. And we ain't even going to be able to get up in there. It's going to be $1,000 to get up in there. Come on. And then when they disrespect us like this, and we talk and we fight back with our power, then they're gonna say Tim Smith gonna come. I told you those guys, they did all that talking and they don't want to buy the fight. And they don't want to spend the money on the fight. I told you those same people don't want to, but at the end of the day, bro, you waited till everybody has shit going on. Kids going to soccer practice, baseball practice, football practice, going back to school, buying school clothes. Come on. Summer over with. It's back to stacking seasons. Halloween coming up. People got kids, got homecoming coming up. All that's right around the corner. Thanksgiving, Christmas. We saving for that. We saving for Christmas trip. All that's coming up. Pumpkin patches. You know what I'm saying? School, all that's going up. You want to wait till niggas got everything going on. Send kid off to the 5th grade. Send kid off to 3rd grade. Come on. All that's going on. Oh, man, my son said he want to go to the football game. He want to go to the basketball game. Come on. It ain't just the simplicity of about money. It's about time. Kid going off to summer camp. Oh, cool. I can make the fight. They just disrespectful, bro. And PBC has told y'all in every way of telling y'all. Derrick James sounding like a used car salesman at the Kia lot, the Nissan used car lot down there in Dallas. He didn't get in the store, you know. He don't have no store, you know. He get his numbers up. What the fuck he started talking like that? He didn't say Sean Porter need to get his numbers up. He didn't say Danny Garcia need to get his numbers up. Come on, he didn't say, you know, you can keep telling and give a ring fight to Crawford. You know, Spence. He ain't saying, come on. You know, you talk about, you know, him fighting Kell Brook. He ain't say none of that. You keep booking get numbers up. He ain't say that. When it came to Terence Crawford, any logical person is I'm telling a guy honest. When it came to Terence Crawford, everybody started talking different. No, he got a story. I ain't got no story. Nigga got shot in the head. Daddy from the military. Mama paid people beat him up in the street. He beat up all they ass. What else you want? Then you got people say, well, he's chinny. If he's chinny, he'll step in the ring. Errol Spence, you on the wrong side of the street. Bob won't give it to me. And I ain't going over there. We ain't doing this and we ain't doing that. Oh, I want to ride horses and I want to comb ponies up and all this type of stuff. You know? And when they asked him at the press conference, who guys want to fight Terence Crawford? God bless that man's soul to ask that question because all of them was scared to ask the question. We see. And then when the fight got closer to make the Ugas fight, he didn't tell y'all that, well, we broke off negotiations. Hell no. Because Terence Crawford helped set whatever the couple tickets they sold, pay-per-views they sold for that fight, Terence Crawford sold a lot of them. It was off the strength of Terence Crawford. If you told niggas it was no Terence, the Crawford fight is not happening, I'm moving on to 54, I'm moving on to Keith Thurman, they couldn't even report 250. They would have had to report 100 in it because it really would have did 50. Come on. Now we going into the 8th month of the fight not happening. 9th, if you want to count the half of November. And now Floyd coming out speak. Everything I'm telling you, they validating it, bro. It may not happen on Monday. It may not happen in 2020. It might not happen in 2019, 2021. But everything I've been saying about this whole thing, people say, well, you just start hating on Errol because you didn't like a black fight fan. Like, bro, why would I hate on another person because of another? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That makes zero sense. Because Crawford tried to sue me. So should I hate Crawford? I don't really get tied up in the emotional aspect. I just want to see the fight. That's it. Everything that I've been telling y'all about this fight has been validated. And there's been receipts on it. When I just said a couple weeks ago, well, you know, the rumor is that Floyd Mayweather want Terence Crawford to sign to him to make the fight, and the fight happen instantly. Couple weeks later, bingo! Here goes a Fight Hype interview. That was released on the 4th of July. You think Floyd Money Mayweather on the 4th of July, beautiful grandson, beautiful family. You think Floyd Money Mayweather, Mr. All Lives Matter, Mr. Leonard Ellaby is my promoter. You think he gonna sit on the phone with Ben on the holiday weekend when he got moves to make? He got to make sure baby Mayweather got fireworks, all types of shit. That interview been already done, and he told Ben when to release that interview. He said, well, they said the fight gonna happen on July 4th. Here y'all go, something to talk about. Here y'all go. I'm telling you. They will tell on themselves. They will validate everything I would say. When it's all done, said and done, if Errol Spence or Terence Crawford don't get in the ring, I was validated every step of the way. If they want to admit it, if they don't want to admit it, tell Blue Blood to validate, to back up his clickbait with receipts and validate everything he said he can't. Nobody talk to him. No, I ain't watching. I went to sleep, bro. I went to the hot tubs, but he was supporting the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Yeah, I went to the hot tub. Next time I'm gonna go to the other place. They got the sauna in the hot tub. It was dope. It was great. Hybrid Logan, Errol Spence and his fans. Just some words that begins with maggots, man. Screaming free smoke. But when he said when they were saying, well, I don't want to, we don't want to do the fight. They started saying, we don't need Errol Spence. We don't need Terence Crawford. We don't need Terence Crawford. I'm like, come on. If the fight don't happen, it ain't on my end. Yeah, that's what he said. Come on. Why are you saying that? And people saying, well, Stevenson said, well, negotiations have begun. They've been negotiating since last year. People say, you're negotiating. Like, bro, you can tell people just dumb. Bud has to go to the European tour at 47. It is what it is. PBC mean protect black champions. Man, they even protect black champions, man. They give up the claps. They give up the round of applause to Canelo. They will cash out they fighters. They will. If y'all still question if Al Heyman is bad for boxing, think of the greatest black fights in history. Y'all think those fights would have happened under PBC blueprint? We got to be honest. Never. He's the same thing as Bob Arum, bro. At least Bob Arum will get criticized, and he'll make one of them. He'll make one of the fights for his black fighters. Al Heyman get criticized and they got to be held accountable because he don't speak. He said, you didn't even story. Hit the link tree, man. You can find the next podcast everywhere, bro. Right there, my podcast link tree. Smash that like button, ho. Smash that like button. Zach said we need to move on. We do. I want them to say uncle. I want them to say uncle. When they say uncle when this fight don't officially happen and Errol Spence move on, that's my validation. Or if they fight in a timely manner and Crawford beat his ass, that's my validation. Come on. Well, either or, whatever happened. That's my, because I can make a case they age Crawford out. You can say that. If I wanted to play the local dummy box community thing, I can say that. I want validation, bro. Now I want these niggas to, when it's all said and done, if it's a fight, if it don't, I don't want these channels to disappear. A lot of channels disappeared after the Pacquiao Mayweather. I don't want y'all to disappear. I want y'all, what I say in that song called Old Lady, he said, man, he said, I want you to say, call me uncle and say Plaza quit. I want y'all to say uncle. Come on, these dudes just click hoppers, man. Deontay disappeared. You ain't seen nothing since the statue. And nobody talking about how they can't pay Deontay to come back. Michael Hunter all on the internet talking about Deontay, man. What's up, little brother, man? What was this 2 years ago, nigga? You know Al Heyman don't have the money. That ain't no rumor going around boxing, nigga. That's a known fact. A fun fact, after 100 minutes, I'm done rapping. My plan for my son jacket. That nigga smiling in jail and shit, man. Why these niggas be a little bit too happy to go to jail? Loud salute. What up, Renardo? He said CJ been on point since 2017 on time. Trying to tell I've been validated every step of the way. Niggas said, well, you just hating on the local W. But I gotta hate on some niggas, man, who don't have no social skills, bro. I gotta hate on some niggas who can't deal with reality in real life. I have a life outside of YouTube. Trust me. And geez, come on. Al would have kept Holyfield from Mike until man, he would have fumbled that bad. Happy Force just tuned in. Shout out to King. Salute, bro. Go subscribe to Boy Cooey Sounds. But yeah, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Mayweather see this and he just want to be a part of it because he ain't never did it. He could talk about how he greater than Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard might have dug Aaron Pryor, but he fought Hagler, he fought Hearns, he fought Benitez. Mayweather don't have none of them three fighters at the time Leonard fought them, or some of them niggas fought each other. Go Durant in there. Mayweather ain't never fought nobody that good. Never. The point he fought Manny Pacquiao, that Leonard fought Hearns and Hearns fought Hagler, Hagler fought Leonard, and Hagler fought Duran and Hearns fought Duran. Other than the Hearns that Duran fought, because he said he was out of shape. He ain't fought nobody. I don't even think he fought nobody Durans that beat Hearns. He ain't fought nobody, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all that. That resume is real snack cake like. Him and Manny Pacquiao had like 10 fucking losses they fought in the area. They might not have been world champions. They might have can hold the WBO or the IBO. They wouldn't even been fucking world champions in that era, bro. Because think about it. Duran had some losses. Hagler had some losses. Hearn had a loss. Losses. Leonard had loss. Come on. If he had to fight Errol Pryor, he would have ran way more than Sugar Ray Leonard ran from him. Wouldn't have fought Donald Curry neither. Wouldn't have fought Terry Norris. He wouldn't fight Erislan Lara. He wouldn't fight Sergio Martinez. He wouldn't fight Paul Williams. We go on and on. He said, man, there's something I ain't did, so I got to attach my legacy to this. He said, well, I own 40-some houses, this, that. Man, if you own that many houses and you made that many investments, nigga, why you still doing exhibitions, nigga? Come on. And if you doing all this good stuff, what you still bragging for? Who you impressing, nigga? You almost 50. You want to impress me and you almost 50 years old? How your grandkids doing, nigga? How your mom doing? How that John Deere you got running? Them the conversations, nigga. When you mid-40 almost, them the conversations. A fucking 50-year-old coming around, even if you see Warren Buffett, he about 80 years old. So he said, new rollie I got. Come on. Ain't nobody doing that, bro. He's a fucking child. Peon. A lot of these channels built around Errol and Wilder, they gonna have to talk puppies and bull daggers jail stories. You gonna see Michael Clark Duncan featured on Old Girl Jail Story. Yeah, one time I was getting my moto meal. Come on, man. I don't stand that man, nigga, man. Talk about dope stories, man. That's what you know. John, yeah, happy 4th of July. Salute. The four kings would have fought each other when they was 35 and up in this era, bro. You ain't lying. They wouldn't have been four kings. They would have been called four has-beens. Four has-beens. And then he talks about, before I get off here, man, I'll be on a little bit longer, but y'all got some questions y'all can ask me. Errol Pryor is him and Roberto Duran is the most machoest fighters that ever lived. Jack Dempsey and guys like that and Joe Louis. Them dudes was macho. Kid Chocolate and Henry Armstrong. But he goes in the interview as well. He goes in the interview and he gets in there and starts talking about Shakur Stevenson, and I put the interview in the description too. But he goes in there and starts talking about how Shakur Stevenson at the Oscar Val. I'm going to put the link in there again, so bear with me. Hold on. So he goes in there and starts talking about how at the Oscar Valdez fight for Shakur Stevenson, he talks about how they wasn't sharing Shakur, they wasn't selling this the interview right here is popping up in the live chat if you watch it. He started talking about how they wasn't selling Shakur Stevenson merch and how Top Rank was doing Shakur Stevenson dirty and how he just started talking about that. My thing was you had an opportunity to sign him and you didn't sign him. You had an opportunity to sign him and you didn't sign him. He started working with Top Rank and J.Prince. He started talking about him and J.Prince had a working relationship and they were supposed to be working together in the music world and the boxing world, and the times just their contract has ran out. That ain't what Bob Arum was saying. Ain't the phone call to Bob Arum? Ain't that on the internet? I'm not sure. Where he was begging Bob Arum to wire J.Prince money even though he ain't fight. And Bob Arum got up and he always talk about the bad about Bob Arum, but Bob Arum saved his life away from J.Prince. How was rumors talking about how he would tie up his entourage in the chair and allegedly do his thing in front of Floyd and make Floyd do shit. Like, come on, man, that ain't no ancient history, bro. That's come on, that's relevant. People that's been around boxing heard about that. So he trying to make it seem like how gangster he is. He ain't no gangster. His father was I mean, we could talk about his father, but I ain't gonna get into that. He want to talk about how gangster he really is. Like, going to the UK talking about he's so dope with his daddy. 913 boxer talking about he so dope with his daddy and all that type of stuff, man. Out of here, man. Oh, you heard some of the stories that we heard about him and J.Prince? You can look up the story about Arum telling the story about how he got up out his, and wired J.Prince the money to save Floyd Mayweather a life. And Mayweather don't talk about that. He's basically telling, oh, y'all should sign with us. Y'all should sign the PBC. Why we signing to y'all? For one, you had a chance to sign Shakur Stevenson. He said you didn't show proof of funds. Then he just said recently that y'all had a meeting and you had another fighter on a poster bigger than him. He said, oh, hell no. Right now, y'all fighters don't know when they fight. And they fight once every blue moon, once a year. Charlo ain't fought yet this year. You ain't heard of rescheduling. Charlo fought once. Jamal Charlo fought once last year. I think Jamel Charlo might have fought once last year. Y'all prospects fight once or twice a year. They supposed to be fighting 4, 5, 6 times a year. Come on. Vito Mekalaki headline the card. Come on Christmas. Come on. Cobra headline the card. Y'all match make him get somebody, in late replacement. He got beat up. Come on. Y'all, he's talking about, well, they're still in Tank pay-per-view. But Tank's still doing good numbers for this era. He said that. Hey, y'all PBC. Y'all got it. Y'all the money team, but when it comes to Terence Crawford, y'all ain't got the money. But everything I'm saying, all you got to do, you might have to wait a minute. All you got to do is wait and listen. Well, they ain't even selling secure merch. It is what it is. Y'all wasn't even trying to push Richard Hitchison in the ring. Come on. Shit wild to me, bro. It's wild to me. He want people to sign over there. Like, well, I made more money than... I'm pretty sure Shakur doing good. Devin Haney making more money than Tank. Come on. And he talking, boy, yeah, they all want to fight Tank. Because, why they all want to fight Tank? Why? Why, my niggas boxing? It's a competitive sport. They all want to fight Ryan Garcia, too. Well, they all want to fight Tank. They all want to fight Tank. Why is that? Because I've done a great job with Tank. It ain't that Tank is a great fighter. Tank is a phenomenal talent. Tank community, his city, his state, they all support him in Maryland. They all support him in Baltimore. They support him up the East Coast. I've done a good job with Tank. I'm a good promoter. If you're a good promoter, why your fighters trying to square off with you? Why your fighters almost pop that thing at you? Pop them things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a great promoter, bro, you ain't got to say you great. If you're a great fighter, you really ain't got to say you great. I'm just happy when this is executed and this is a done deal. If it is all for his own. And I feel bad for Terence Crawford. He made some bad business decisions if this don't work out. Or maybe it can be salvaged with him and Charlo, but I doubt it. They build his legend up to be bigger than what it should be until he put them hands on him. And Errol Spence gonna listen to Al Heyman, miss out on the payday, miss out on the legacy, and go to 54, and ain't nothing to build off of at 54. Nothing to build off of. Ain't nothing but hard times at 54 and short money. Yeah, you can build to bring your money you making at 50 from 47, but come on, you think you're gonna have an easy time with Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and all that? Man, nigga, find door. None of them niggas taking this won't be easy on you like that. They bigger, they stronger, they athletic, they faster. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. Supposed to move up in weight, and it's even if you're natural weight, it's gonna be harder because everybody else is their natural weight. Al Heyman don't even got you fighting on a consistent level, bro. April, when you going back in the ring? Soon as you fucking get 12 pounds, 10 pounds overweight, 12, 15, then he gonna call you in 8, 9 weeks notice. They ain't even got the best out of Errol Spence if we being real. If they kept Errol Spence active, and Errol Spence shouldn't even be on pay-per-view. Because I'm guaranteed they losing money on him on pay-per-view. And then they're not gonna say it, I'm telling you. Errol Spence should still be on, they should feature Errol Spence on CBS. And this Crawford fight should be his first pay-per-view. And they should say, "Oh, Crawford, we're gonna make the fight, whoop-de-whoop. We're gonna feature you a couple cards right here." And then, he should be fighting in the public eye. Errol Spence should have, how many fights Errol Spence got right now? 26. And Crawford got more knockouts than he got fights. I don't know what's going on. BoxRec is down. That's crazy. But he got Wikipedia should have it. Hold on. He got 28 wins and no losses. Come on. He 32. He been pro since when? He been pro since I don't know when the fuck he been pro. But he been pro for a while. Errol Spence should still be fighting 3-4 times a year. Come on. He said they want to fight Tank because he a star. He ain't no goddamn star. He ain't no damn star. You know what a star look like? Nigga, LeBron James is a star. Maybe a superstar. Anthony Joshua is a star. Canelo is a star. That nigga ain't no damn star. He ain't no damn star. Stars don't do 250,000 pay-per-views, and it's really like 100 probably. He ain't no star, nigga. They know he a sweet lick. He ain't got no belt, and he brings some good. He sell for sure, but he ain't no pay-per-view. He ain't no real star. For this era, I guess he a star. Milwaukee money, I'll give it to you. They names sell out the stadiums. Speak of J.Prince. Shakur Stevenson has to complete contracts with Top Rank and J.Prince. Then leave. Where are you going? Where's Shakur Stevenson going if he leaving Top Rank? Where? A said he getting froze out by Lou DiBella, Steven Espinoza, Floyd Leonard Ellaby, Bob Barron. Where's Shakur Stevenson running to, bro? To PBC to fight once a year? Because PBC got all these fights and ain't shit shook. Come on. Caleb Plant fought Canelo before, he fought Benavidez. Come on. We still waiting on Jamal Charlo to shake something, move something. Come on. We're just being honest. Where's Shakur Stevenson? He can just do it on his own game. Everybody not built like that. You got to understand you're going to need to align yourself with a big television company. Where's Shakur Stevenson going? Be in the same position, buddy, and sign a bullshit contract or sign a contract, make great money, get none of the fights you're looking for. That's the reason Canelo was shining, because he fights 3 times a year versus PBC, fights once. They don't have the TV dates. Al Haymon controlling your every move, and he don't have the dates to accommodate you. Shout out to Milwaukee money, though. Tank a star on his name, don't really need Floyd. Yeah, he's a good now. I won't call him a star, but yeah, he don't need Floyd. I will say that. Pablo, what's going on? He's how many pay-per-views? They said, I don't know how many they said 600. Eddie said 600. So I would say somewhere between 350 to 500. Just a wild guess. Eddie saying 600. The Zone don't release numbers. I know it ain't 600. He's been pro since 2012. So that's 10 years. He don't have 3 fights. He don't average 3 fights a year for 10 years. He don't average 3. He's at like 2.8 or something like that. So he been pro since 2012. It's 10 years. He don't have 3 fights. People say, well, because of the accident and the pandemic. Okay, let's give him another fight because of the pandemic. Come on. He's still like, let's give him 2 more fights. He'd just be at 3 fights a year for 10 years. Crazy, right? He should sign a network deal. All I'm saying, who else got a network deal, bro? That's the question. No PBC fighter got a network deal. Only one I know that got an exclusive network deal without a major name is Gerard Ennis. He's still affiliated with PBC. Not signed to him, but still affiliated. My boy Coach Malachi, what's going on? He said new media boxing today, new media today, USA boxing. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Trying to tell y'all that shit, man. That nigga Mayweather, I'm telling y'all, man, he never did this shit before. He never fought another real prime black fighter. And every time he did fight somebody at 140 in the butt, he got in trouble, bro. He did. He told, man, it ain't no coincidence that interview leaked out on 4th of July, bro. that Ben put it out on 4th of July. No point. He put that interview out on the 4th of July. He said, y'all said this fight gonna be announced on 4th of July. I'm gonna give y'all something else. He basically said at 9:40 and that, you listen to the whole interview, it's pretty good. But at around the 9:40 mark in that Fight Hype interview, he basically said that you can sign with Al, but you need me till we won. He basically told Terence Crawford, he could have been talking to Errol Spence, they need to sign with him too. Basically, he was talking to Terence Crawford because he said, you need to sign with Al, you need both of us. Shit is disgusting, bro. I just want it to end so I can have my validation. However it's going to end. With Errol Spence dick in the dirt, and Crawford hand raised, or them not making this fight. Because my point is bigger. It's bigger than the actual fight. It's about the company. Y'all want to support something because y'all think it's black. In this case, black is whack. In this case. He said, CJ Floyd said belts don't matter. They would if Tank was undisputed. You know, he did say that in the interview. He said that he said, yeah, he's what belts don't matter. And they don't matter. Like in the grand scheme of things, the people that's buying the fight don't care if it's disputed, undisputed, indisputed. They don't care shit about a fight, about a belt. Undisputed don't make Crawford and Spence that much bigger, bro. If they dropped all the belts and still fall at this point, it's still a big event. You know, he right about that in a certain extent, but come on. I already told y'all why they don't want Tank to get no more belts. I told y'all it's because once they start accumulating belts, they pay go up. If Deontay Wilder would have got undisputed versus Anthony Joshua, Al Haymon had to pay him $30 million a fight. He was getting 20 since the Brazil fight, bro. He was getting 20 a fight. They was Showtime and then was scraping up money to give Deontay $20 million a fight. To keep up with Tyson Fury, to keep up with the Anthony Joshua's of the world. And if he got under, that's why Jermell Charlo made $10 million. He said he made $10 million, bro, when he became undisputed, even though they was paying people or they was telling people from the soccer game, go pick a seat and sit at the Santos 2 fight. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no fancy car. Come on, man. You really looking at one of Al Haymon's closest person that people thought was Al Haymon. He been losing businesses left and right for the last couple of years. Crazy. What's going on with Shakur contract? My bad, I was fixing something. No, I don't know what's going on with his contract. Somebody said he need to leave. I'm like, where are you going? All right, Boost, he should get his chance at a big name. They said Keith Thurman said he wanted 10 milli, a milli. I don't blame him. Shit. I appreciate to Mr. Johnson and the cash. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't man. You crazy as hell. I want man. If he want 10 million to fight Bud, that's how he priced himself out. That's how he priced himself out, bro. Like I said, when this football gets snapped, bro, man, I ain't gonna be as. I mean, I'm gonna talk about boxing like this, but I ain't really gonna be caring about it, bro. If they fight, bro, when them niggas in the ring, I'm gonna have Kobe 2K fan, Joe. Somebody tell me they in the ring, then I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view unless the undercard is solid. But you know it's not. You know it's not gonna be solid. You know it's not gonna be solid. So when them jokers in the ring together, bro, I believe it. I believe it. I will believe it. I will believe it. Them jokers in the ring facing off like R. Kelly and Usher, same girl, I believe it. Come on. So, I mean, I've been right every step of the way. I told y'all. I've been right every step of the way. They said Crusher and Chris Brown face off. They said what Usher gonna do when he roll out that Zoom call with R. Kelly from prison when he plays same girl. Hilarious, bro. Bob doesn't want Shakur Stevenson Arthur better be able to pursue and speed at 30-75 because the purse is double without minimums and lump sum bonuses kick in per contract. It's bullshit everywhere, bro. I just told y'all about Al Haymon. Al Haymon don't want them accumulating, unifying, and being undisputed. When they become undisputed, they bonuses kick in. They usually jump up by $10 million. So it's the same. It's the same thing all the way around. It's the same song. It's the all thing all the way. These the same. It's the same faces. It's the same. I'm gonna say it's the same thing, just different faces. It's the same. It's the same exact thing. Y'all complaining what Bob Arum doing. Al doing the same thing. He don't care about y'all. Y'all ain't got no love for PBC. He don't care about the black fight fan. He showed it on numerous occasions, bro. Numerous occasions. He said, we still going to Vegas. The hell I am. I ain't going nowhere, bro. I ain't going to that shit, man. I'm going to Dallas to watch the Lions lose to the Cowboys. That's what I'm planning on doing. I think I might go to Dallas to watch the Lions lose to the Cowboys. I ain't messing with that damn fight, bro. I'm gonna order it. You know, I'm gonna order it. When them niggas, two niggas in the ring, if the undercard ain't good, I'll order it. If it don't go through, so be it. I'll just go stream it. Straight up and down. Y'all got any questions, I'll answer them. Straight up and down. I'm tired of giving my time and energy to boxing, man. Y'all gonna pop up in here. I'm gonna have Sada Baby on here for an interview or some shit like that. Y'all gonna pop up. The total direction of the channel gonna change. I'm like, damn, that nigga ain't talk boxing in like 20 years. I told y'all I was gonna go to Carcino route. I'm gonna talk it when it's convenient for me. I understand why he stopped talking about boxing, bro, because shit, the fans is wild and the money ain't shit. Shit. Same thing. We all talking about the same. Watch after this video, everybody gonna be talking about the same shit. Cause ain't nothing to talk about. Who fight this weekend? Who fight this weekend? Did you really care about Joe Joyce and Breeders losing this weekend? I didn't. I went to go see the Minion movie. I gave my money to the Minion movie again. I'll give my money to the Minion movie 100 times over again before I give my money to watch that BS. And I got ESPN Plus. I'm watching no Joe Joyce. On a Saturday morning, I wanted to go to the Taco Fest yesterday and couldn't make it. Who fighting this weekend? Derek Chisora and Kubrat Puev. Mark Mayaxo versus the boringest fighter in the world, and Ray Vargas. Roy Jones and them got a pro boxing TV card in Plant City, Florida. Magna Karbanov versus Patrick Teixeira in Russia. Thought they won't sanction no fights, but I guess it ain't sanctioned. That's your weekend, buddies. That is your weekend. Go out and drink again. How about that? Friday, July 15th, you got Arnold Barboza versus, I don't know who the hell to pronounce that. Next Saturday, you got Ryan Sweet Cheeks Garcia taking on Javier Fortuna. Yeah, I'll watch it, but unless something happen, I really ain't covering that like that because ain't really nothing to talk about. Unless something to talk about. So that's the best fight for the rest of July. And then you got Danny Garcia and Jose Benavidez July 30th. Who in the right mind told him to make that bull crap fight? Whoever said, I want to see Danny and Jose Benavidez. No nigga ever said that. No fight fan ever said that. And then Virgil Ortiz kick off August 6th versus Michael McKisson. Nobody asked for that. Serrano and who knows with Jake Paul is August 6th. The 13th, Teofimo Lopez return versus Pedro Campa. Don't really care. Usyk and Anthony Joshua, that's a big one. They fight in Saudi Arabia, obviously. Navate taking on Eldorado Bays. Like, you couldn't afford Shakur Stevenson. Nobody cares. Ruiz and Luis, this is what I'm excited about. Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. They said it's September 4th, Saturday, but I think it's a Sunday. I think that fight's a Sunday. Hold on. Yeah, the 4th is a Sunday. You know, I'm excited about that fight. Because once that fight over with, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 more days until football come on. The Rams and the Bills, 4 more days. 4, count them. 4, not 4. 4 of them. 4 more days till football come on. When football back in full swing, the Sundays are mine. Everybody know, get the hell out the living room. I'm going to do my videos the day before in the morning, kick my feet up, wake my girl, going to make me something to eat, or I'll order something to eat, and I'm going to watch football. You know what? And I found out the movie theater, they got like a sports page where you can get your seat. You can watch all the football games in the movie theater on multiple screens. My girl said, you need to go to that. You're damn right. And I go out and see a movie after that. You damn right. When I went to Movie Million, I seen that. Well, I can always go to the casino. But I don't like watching the Lions game with nobody. I get a little bit riled up, but I had something in my cup. He said, I'll call you when they drag Errol to the ring. And nigga, no. It goes sound like a horse. I was dog sitting. Boy, you get any better with that dog? You gotta walk them golden doodle Labradoodles. I forgot all about Joe Joyce. They were talking about it in Discord. I'm like, man, I don't care. Versus Christian Hammer. Like, get the fuck up out of here. Like, come on, man. You would think a nigga named Christian Hammer, he about to drop the hammer down. Nigga built like a sack of lard. I'm in better shape than Christian Hammer. and I ain't even been doing nothing for real. I ain't even been jogging with the dogs lately. Shit, it been hot. What do you think of Tim Zoo? I like Tim Zoo. I think he got a chance from Jamil Charlo, but he getting sparked. But I like him. Patient, picking shots, control the pace, strong, can punch. I like him. But, people start, a lot of people, we get in boxing, bro. I ask the questions, I answer them. We get in boxing, bro, and it's just about, it's a race. It's always been built on a race, and I call boxing the Olympics, the Olympic sport. A lot of people discredit him and said, well, what's my Terrell Boucher ain't that good. We just at a point in boxing where it's just the ethnic thing is at its ethnic pride is at its work. You got Shakur Stevenson giving Bam Rodriguez a problem. Dante got a problem with that. You get credit to Arthur Better BF. People got a problem with that. Then you got credit to Terence Crawford. Black people got a problem with that. So it's just at a point where it's I can't even call it toxic. It's beyond that. People look at my channel. It's just a black guy. He's gonna just support me. I talk about all fighters, man. Multiple different ethnic fighters from different parts of the world are my favorite fighters. Guys like Josh Taylor, Nuyue, Better BF, Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I like Bam Rodriguez. I like Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevens, Devin Haney. A lot of them, like, I don't have to support black fighters. And people, they be on that militant shit, man. But then turn around and wake up to a white face or an Asian face. Get out of here. Y'all be listening to these dudes, man. It's crazy, bro. Y'all be listening to these dudes and they just see. I might get credential for the Danny fight, man. You gonna be there by yourself. he gonna say it's lonely at the top. He said boxing hot doodle this. It's always doodle in the summer. It's always doodle to start the year, and it's always doodle in the summer. Always. That's been like that since I was a kid, bro. It's always been doodle in the summer. You might have 1-2 good hot fights like Zab and Amir Khan might fight. Like, it's always been doodle, bro. And it ain't nothing going on. Even with the Olympics coming on, it should give their best product. Like Floyd, before me, I put the boxing game in the fighter's hands, and that's the worst shit they could ever did, bro. That's like that's like letting employees build an employee handbook. When shit ever get done, the plant will be bankrupt. I got a real good with the dog. You was right. I had to walk and play fetch with him. I won one. Yep, you got to interact with him. North, the NFC North, the best division of football. Man, ain't no best division. It's the worst division right now outside the NFC East. That's crap, man. Aaron Rodgers lost to Devontae Adams. Kirk Cousins is trash. Chicago Bears ain't did nothing this year. Justin Fields gonna get cracked. And y'all got Kirk Cousins. That's just enough said. I can't stand. I don't have no personal gripe with Kirk Cousins, but he's trash. Everybody know it. Y'all better off getting Baker Mayfield. We gotta do a dog show. He said, do you think maybe Bud has the ability to take away Errol Spence's jet? Maybe. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Pop? He's like, crunch, we'll never know. And if so, would you think they're better off taking away the southpaw stance or the natural stance? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Errol Spence, man, he get started. Crawford going to slow that train down early. If he gets Errol Spence thinking, he gonna win that fight. Anytime Errol Spence got to go in there and think for real, he's just not as effective as he is. Crawford slowing it down, they thinking he making adjustment. Errol Spence, if Errol Spence start off and he started his rhythm off and he started like getting into a groove and throwing punches and started getting comfortable, then the fight is going on his way. But if he's sitting there and they thinking It's a thing. He ain't a thinking fighter like he don't think his corner ain't even a thinking corner like that. So, but he can be doing his thing, getting off, and Crawford one punch can change it all. So that's the interesting thing about it. Crawford got counter, Crawford, again, he got the ability to come back. Errol Spence like to run out the gate, and once Errol Spence get to running out the gate, it's hard to get him. So your dog get to run up the street. You just got to beat the nigga to the spot he going to. You got to walk around the corner and beat him there. It's the same thing. Errol Spence come out hot, to jump on Terence Crawford. That might what he need to do, just jump on him, and don't let Terence Crawford, guys like Terence Crawford, you gotta can't make him think. But the thing about Terence Crawford is he quick thinker. So I just jump right on him, follows him, hit him everywhere, shoulders, elbows, hips, all that shit. But Errol Spence make a lot of people say he's a Tim Duncan or fundamental fighter. He make a lot of mistakes. That's why Ugas was catching his ass and hurting him. He make a lot of mistakes, bro. And he makes some of them mistakes with Terence Crawford. He square up with Terence Crawford, he gonna get put to sleep. You can't get Crawford a full target. But then again, he might be beating Crawford ass where that might not matter. So he might just be too quote unquote big and strong. Everybody say he's so big and strong. Everybody say Crawford chinny, but ain't nobody see Ugas hurt Errol Spence on several occasions. Like I said before, a lot of people run from the truth. It's like Kyrie Irving. A lot of people, Kyrie gonna come say the Lakers. Oh, Kyrie, when Kyrie come marching in. Oh, it was the same thing with Russell Westbrook last year. Russell come. Reality hit their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, and this shit is not hard to predict, bro. Like he has a track record. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ignore the facts and just, a lot of people like talking about the fight instead of the fight happening. A lot of Earl sexuals be digging up niggas you never heard of. Coach Joanna, man, he says this, that, and the third, bro. And when he get his ass kicked, there's gonna be a lot of excuse making. You got some people say, well, credit Terence Crawford. Like real talk at this point for Terence Crawford, if he look at it, really you gotta look for your money when it comes to this fight. Get your money. You gotta look for your money when it comes to this fight, bro. Because they're not gonna validate you around completely. They're not. Floyd be like, me, it's about me. He's a nigga said a billion times in the interview. Why we talk about imaginary? You ain't lying, bro. We might as well talk about how Archie Moore match up against Roy Jones Jr. Why the fuck not? I have a question. Do you think Al will let Bud beat Errol ass and walk away? Hell no. Hell no. Where you gonna walk away to? He probably walking. If he little let him be free, he gonna walk him right into Jamel Charlo fight. You can have Charlo. Watch. PBC and Errol got all the leverage. Bud gonna make him think. That's why I have him winning, because Errol has too much to think about when it comes to Bud, because he's faster, hit harder, great balance, foot placement. Sharp, the counter punching is what's gonna get him. That's what's gonna win the fight for him. The counter punching. But Errol could jump on him, though. I'd jump on his ass. Nigga ain't fought. They do fight. It's been a long time since he fought. But Bud know how to sidestep and all. That's gonna be it's actually a great fight. They keep thinking Bud gonna get hurt to the body by Spence, forgetting EJ was getting hurt to the body by Ugas all night. And Spence broke down Sean Porter with body shots. No one did that. Yeah, I said Errol Spence ain't really hurt no nigga to the body. He hurt Ugas because he was a punching bag in there. Errol Spence really ain't hurt niggas to the body like that. He ain't like, you don't really see that nigga the way that Crawford was hurting that nigga Sean Porter too. You don't really see it, but like I said before, it's all a dream. I used to read Ring TV magazines. Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagel up in the magazine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday night, Al Bernstein. I said, it's a dream. Shout out to Funk Master Flex. Crawford got to bang him and get him out of their way and the jab and move. Man, all Crawford got to do is show up. Let Errol Spence create the offense, counter the offense. That's it. Errol Spence, man, it's going to be interesting to see if Errol Spence can cut the ring off on Crawford. If he can and close the distance, he should win. But the thing about it is, he just got a lot of holes in this game, bro. That's squaring up. That's the way he square up, bro. Like I said, Ugas clocked his ass. That's why Ugas hurt him a few times, because he was squaring up. You square up with Terence Crawford, bro, you're going to walk right into a straight left or straight right. Well, like I said before, he just got to stay on top of Crawford. Don't let Crawford think. Stay on him. lean on him. But but a lot of people banking on him being stronger than Crawford. And if he ain't really stronger than Crawford in a major way, that's really why Jeff Horn. I thought Jeff Horn would be a lot more competitive with Terence Crawford. Make sure the thumbs up button. I thought he'd be a lot more competitive with Terence Crawford, but I think Jeff Horn, like the way Crawford know how to leverage his opponents, is crazy. He said if he beat Errol, Al gonna give him 2-fight deal. He already gonna have that fight. He already gonna have that in the bag. The deal. Charlo, he probably fight like for no or something. I think Crawford might get a belt at 54 and get out of Dodge, bro. It's time to retire. He said juicy, but let me get out of here. Shout out to Profile Dreamer, man. I'll get out of here, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notification, go live drop video and financially support the channel. Cash App and Venmo are on the bottom screen. They both Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Find that inside the link tree. This will be up in the morning, so make sure you follow me on the community tab, Instagram story, and on Twitter. I announce it, but yeah, just make sure you check out our podcast platform from Stitcher, Radio Public, Anchor, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and this audio will be up. I have free tomorrow, so make sure you rate me and you follow me on there. He said they want Bud to sign because they want dibs on the winner. This is how this show PBC holding this fight up. Yep. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video on our way out. Peace.